I was taking a break because Sanchez's videos are very deep, and they get you to thinking. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a break. So I was watching on Apple TV Emily Dickinson about the poet, and so many things in that um mini TV series. Like, because at first I was like, these people are crazy. They talking about, you know, the signs are in the movies and they telling you through the movie. And I was like, that's great. That didn't sound correct to me, but I'm an author, I'm a writer at heart, even though I haven't published yet. Um, I was trying to, in my videos, I was trying to say, buy my book now in some previous videos, trying to manifest, my writing. I hadn't wrote anything, so that was a secret. When I was at the lake, the secret was, I'm telling you to go online and buy my book, and I haven't bought my book yet. And so the thing was that when I was manifesting it. So the thing was that, okay, by the time these videos come out, that was the secret. Like, you're purchasing my book, but at that time when I was telling you, I hadn't even written it yet, and I still haven't finished it. So the first one. But anyway, so I love movies about writers and stuff like that. And so I was watching Emily Dickinson, the poet. And before I get into that, also what Sanchez helped me with was feeling divided, because I was telling my roommate in Egypt, my suite mate from Jacksonville, she's all into Bobby Hemmett and all that. She had me watching him, and she believes that we're from Sirius and da 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 da. Which I can listen to anyone's point of view because I don't know for sure. So, you know, but I just didn't feel in my mind and in my heart that I was from there. But then when I was overcome with energy or emotion inside the mirror, the great mirror, and when I wanted to lean against the wall, and before I knew that that was the vent that pointed to Sirius, where I had just chosen to put my head on and meditate. And then afterwards when I found out, oh, that vent points to the Sirius star, I'm like, then I'm thinking, well, hell, maybe, a part, maybe I am from Sirius. I don't know. This is a journey. So, oh my gosh, I could just imagine like how these videos are going to be so back and forth um, with my thought process, trying to figure out life. I mean, I'm not a scholar, I'm a regular person, and these are things regular people go through, I guess. Um, and so I kept watching Bobby Hemmett, and so he has a lot that resonates with me as well. There was a lot he said that resonated with me, but I, you know, I was just like, I couldn't mentally get with the serious thing. Um, so I and I don't know why the algorithm kept Brother Sanchez. Like, I actually didn't get to his videos. Um, I got to his videos through a talk show, Pharaoh, like Minister Killer Priest, no Killer Priest. And they had him on shortly. They were talking about flat Earth. So now I'm thinking, yeah, the Earth is flat. Oh my gosh! After watching all them videos, I'm like, the Earth has to be flat. So I'm in agreement with that right now. And I remember it was some NBA player. He was like, everybody knows the Earth is flat. And I was like, damn, that nigga's crazy. But now I'm like, I think the Earth is flat. But what resonated with me with him as well is, like I was explaining to my sweet mate in Egypt, all these black people make me feel like half of myself is evil, something wrong with me, wasn't created, um, made by the mother goddess. Well, I'll say now, but back then I was like, made by the most high creator. And I just know that half of me is not something wrong with the white half of me. Like I'm here, so something inside me, I was like, because I'm just as spiritual and can, resonate um as any, fully melanated person, and I'm half white, so. And she was like, well, you have any kind of melanin. And so if you have any kind of melanin, then you are capable of, being a melanated person, or, being a black person. And we're all have mixed blood and da 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 da. And so she really helped me a lot, but it was just some parts of it that just couldn't resonate with me. And even I was telling her, I just don't believe that calling on these different spirits or these different gods, I don't feel like it's necessary because, and then I gave her an analogy, and I was like, but she was saying, yeah, but they're all just aspects of the one God, and you have to know how to call on them, da 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 da, to get to the Most High. And I was just like, it wouldn't resonate with me. And I had gave her an analogy. She even agreed. She was like, yeah, that's a good point. I was like, it's like if somebody gives me a sweet potato pie. Let's just say the Most High, the All Mother Goddess, gives me a sweet potato pie, and it's like, here I am. And so somebody comes along and cuts this pie into 12 pieces, and then they tell me that each piece tastes different. Like, I gotta eat each 12 of these pieces in order to taste this sweet potato pie. And I was like, that's how I feel about calling on, these different deities or these different spirits, like, or gods, or whatever they call them. I'm not a scholar. Um, that's how I feel about that. Like, I don't have to eat all 12 pieces to get the essence of this one pie, so I choose not to call on all these different um, deities. I'd rather just go straight to the boss and straight to the top, and just deal with my stuff like that, because I'm not studied on this. I don't know what this stuff is, and they all from the same essence. So that was just the way that I was explaining to her how I felt about it. But anyway, then after watching Brother Sanchez and then watching Dickinson, and so all in now I'm like these other people online, all in the series. That movie, like, the bee was in there. She was talking to the mother bee, and that's what Sanchez was saying, was like the womb holders, the mother goddesses. They use symbols of the bumblebees, and he was just showing Beyonce and how she did like a mother goddess worshiping in her one of her concerts, and I was just like, wow. I was like, okay, I'm seeing what. So when I tell you that Emily Dickinson movie or series on Apple is deep, like when I was like, okay, I'm seeing what these people are talking about in these movies, because after listening to that her story to his story, and seeing all the clues in Emily Dickinson's series. Like, it was always a bumblebee. She was all into nature, talking to the tree, um, connecting with nature, talking to the flowers. She didn't necessarily like to be around people all the time, which is how I am. She And everybody was thinking that everybody in the show is like, oh, she's crazy. Emily's been thrown off all her life. I mean, I could just resonate. I mean, that show is so deep. I mean, even talking about how the women back then were even more oppressed. They couldn't vote. She couldn't be a poet. Um, I mean, I like Ben watched it. All of the signs. Then she was talking to death. And I don't know who that guy was. I mean, he looks familiar, but I'm not that familiar with like rappers or whatever. It might be it kind of looked like Cardi B's husband though. Maybe it was Offset. I don't know. But he was deaf. And that show, after you watch Brother Sanchez, or if your mind is open or your third eye is open to, it's also many movies I need to rewatch that they're talking about. There's these clues in, and then he just gets to talking about, I mean, he's deep. I mean, he's deep. I mean, I'm like, he's deep, you know, just so much resonates with me, how these celebrities and the signs and, oh, so, and then I still have some questions in my mind, like because he says a lot of things, and there's 95 to 98% I can resonate, and I could probably go with his theories, you know um but I still question. I had sent a thing on the chat. I even had tried to send him an email, which hadn't got answered, but I'm sure he has a lot of people. But what doesn't it's like, where is the solution video? So all of these things. You put together all of this information, how not to be lost, following the Greeks, following the patriarchal system, not following the conscious Black society of African Americans, how to, and you put everything together so eloquently that, I mean, I'm just laying in the bed for days and days watching these 3 to 8 hour videos, consuming them. He's very highly intelligent, open minded. Where's the 8 hour solution video? Like, what do I do with this information? And I hear him sometimes criticize other people because he has put it together. I'll tell you that. I'm on board, you know, but where is the 8 hour solution video? Where, I still, and I keep watching the videos because I'm trying to figure out, what do I do with this information? Like, one time he said, to manifest things, you got to go and hold some water, earth, and fire. I mean, when you gain people that are listening to you and followers like that, like he said, you don't want to be a fool. And like the Black guy that had all them people follow him to heaven and drink something and kill themselves. And I'm not saying for him to make something for people to follow him like that, but what I'm saying is, where is the solution video of what's safe and sane to do? Like, he talks about how there's a video where he says, when you're sitting in that meditative position with your legs crossed, your body is actually shaped like a mirror, a pyramid, and your energy, your pure energy, you know, how do you tap into your own energy? Like, I don't see a video for that. How do you tap into that? Like, give me some sort of instructions on how to be closer with the mother goddess. That's the only thing that I'm finding right now. He talks about the red blood cells is the blood, but your blue is energy, and we can tap into our own energy, and then we wouldn't have to. That's what they don't want us to know. They don't want us to know how to use our own energy, because then energy would be free, But I don't have any solutions that I've run across. I haven't watched all his videos yet, but I haven't run across a solutions video. Like, I'm already keep my body as clean as I can. I am pescatarian, not fully vegan, but mostly. I don't exercise as much as I should, but I'm constantly researching and reading and looking and meditating, but it's like, where are the solutions? And in even one video, when a guy asked him something, how do I get there? And he didn't answer him directly. He was like, first I got to know where you are in order to tell you how to get here to LA, and he knew that wasn't what that guy was asking him. So either he hasn't figured that part about it yet, maybe he's still experimenting with himself, trying to get himself there mentally or in his mind, or he just doesn't want to tell anybody. I don't know. I don't know. Is it a cost, or like, so, but he did raise my awareness a lot. I'm just looking for, like, I don't know what to do. I understand, like, I'm a dreamer. I've been telling the channels, about that. And I've always known that, people that have passed are still kind of around. So now he's saying that when you dream, that's like you're going to another of these 7 dimensions that are like surrounding the top of the flat earth.
She came onto the country shores
as if she were a 100-year storm. Most would heed the warning in time, take shelter, before even catching the enticing smell of the beautiful coming rain. A few godlike men, yet untamed by Mother Nature, would embrace the strong, somehow comforting change of winds. Allow themselves to take up the treasures revealed, left behind her impassioned path. Knowing her omnipresence is in the same nature of themselves, which called unto the storm.